I don't get it. What am I doing it wrong or something? I don't hear anything. I don't hear the Song of the Sea. You lied to me, Mom! I'd like to begin this video by giving a very special shout out to my good friend Lainey, who actually recommended this film to me some months ago and was going to watch it with me, but got busy studying abroad in England at the moment. So Lainey, if you are watching this review right now, I just want to say to you, haha, I saw the movie before you did, and also, Supernatural sucks. Alright, on to the review. Hey guys, the Black Critic Guy, and I'm here today to review the Irish animated film Song of the Sea. Now, Song of the Sea is about a boy named Ben and his sister Cersei, which I hope to God is how you pronounce her name. This name is actually more difficult to pronounce than you may think. And she is a Selkie, which according to Irish folklore is a human that can transform into a seal if they have a particular coat on. And she is tasked with freeing the souls of these mystical creatures known as fairies from Maka's spell in order to be at peace. And we follow them as they journey back to the sea in order to retrieve Cersei's coat and fulfill her mission. Besides my good friend recommending this film to me, I was also requested to watch and review this foreign film by one of my subscribers, Joe's at Moe's. And after seeing just the artwork and posters alone for this animated film, I was dying to see this film. It looked like a true work of art from the same guy that gave us The Secret of Kells back in 2009, which looked freaking glorious. The animation in that film was fantastic, just showcasing the greatness of 2D animation, which doesn't get enough recognition nowadays. And I have to say, the guy delivers yet again. This is a true artistic treat in every sense of the word, from a very visionary director and his team of talented animators. It is 10 times better than his first film, and if you are a lover of 2D animation or animation in general, you have to see this film. I was in complete awe at the brilliance of the 2D animation style. It looks fantastic. Just glorious eye candy. The style is so unique. I have not seen a film like this since The Secret of Kells. If you thought The Secret of Kells was really good, they perfected it here in the Song of the Sea. And though it is telling a conventional kids story, it doesn't feel like your typical run-of-the-mill animated kids film. It feels like a legit work of art. Like if you were to take every single frame from this film and post it on the wall, it would look like art done by an incredible artist. This film is a prime example of the art and essence that you can only find in 2D animated films. And I also adored that the art style was heavily influenced by traditional Irish artwork. But the artwork and style is not the only thing influenced by Irish culture. The film is rich with it. It's a treasure trove of Irish culture. From the mention of Selkies to Irish mythology, Irish poetry, to the fact that they actually speak and sing in Gaelic. And for those of you who don't know what Gaelic is, that is the traditional Irish language. Like before English became the dominant language, people spoke Gaelic, and it's kind of like a dying language nowadays, but it was just so fascinating to see it incorporated into this film. Now, to be honest, the story and characters aren't anything too special. I mean, we've seen this story told before with characters such as these, but I can't deny that I had fun with the story and I enjoyed most of the characters. They were a lot of fun. But I will say that my favorite and most interesting character in the entire film, who's kind of like battling it out with Agnes for cutest little girl in an animated film, is Cersei. I really hope I pronounced that name right. It's so freaking hard to pronounce, guys. But this character is without a doubt one of the most adorable little girl characters I've seen in a 2D animated film in a very long time. Her design is just cute by default. You just can't help but love her with that cutesy smile and innocent looks and big old doe eyes. She just looks so freaking adorable. You just want to give her a big old hug. And the fact that she can actually turn into a baby white seal, oh my god, it's just cuteness overload. Just stop it, please. It's too much cuteness. Last thing I'll say about the story and characters is that it felt very Wizard of Oz-esque. And what I mean by that is that many of the mystical characters that the siblings bump into during their journey share a lot of physical characteristics and behaviors of people that they know in real life. And the last thing that I absolutely love about this film was its music. It is just as serene and beautiful as the animation that accompanies it. And the melody and tone of the music itself made me feel like I was actually out at sea, just watching the waves crash on land and pull back out, see the ebb and flow of the tide. It was just so soothing, comforting, and relaxing. Now, although I adore this film on an artistic level, I do have a couple problems with it. The first one being is that parts of the journey just felt like they dragged on for way too long. Particularly a scene where Ben is inside of a cave with this one fairy guy. That scene just went on for way too long. As I mentioned earlier, the story and characters, though decent, don't really do the film any favors. In fact, it does the exact opposite. It kind of bogs it down from being excellent. Where they really strived and excelled in the animation and art department, they didn't do so well with the storytelling and fleshing out of all the characters. I mean, again, they're decent, they're fine, and it is very interesting to see a story about a kid that turns into an animal and has to save these mystical beings from some type of damnation. But you've seen that story told 1,000 times in other kids' films, and it just wasn't done in such a unique way to make it stand out. And I really hated the fact that they went with that cliche of a parent or parents dying and they had to deal with that. Really, we didn't need to kill off any of the parents. And kind of branching off of that, there were a few story and character elements that I felt like weren't fully explored or expanded upon. Two fine examples of this is, first off, Ben's fear of the water. They don't really explain where this fear came from. He just kind of has it. Now, you could make the argument that he fears the water because his mom was swept out to sea, but he never saw her get swept out to sea, and he didn't even know the cause of his mother's disappearance until later on in the film, so you can't really justify that as a reason for him fearing the ocean. There must have been something else, some other type of stigma, but it's never really explored. It just seems like a plot point to make him not go into the sea. But probably the biggest offender of this was the whole story element dealing with Cersei being the savior type character. Why? They never go into detail as to why she was chosen to free all the fairies and put them at peace. Like, never once in the film do they say, like, oh, she was chosen because the prophecy said so, or, you know, she had to step up and do it, or her mom failed to do it. There's no real explanation as to why she was chosen to be the one to set all the fairies free. It just kind of felt like it was shoehorned in there to give the story purpose for her to do the things she did in the film. But overall, I can't hate Song of the Sea. It is just a beautiful film, a true work of art, and I really want people to go and support the film. And that's why I'm going to give it a 4 out of 5 stars. I do think that it is definitely worth a watch. But anyway, what did you guys think of this film? Did you really enjoy it? Did you get a kick out of it? Did you love the animation as much as I did? Or did you find it really boring and dull? You felt the animation was way too over stylized and blatant and in your face? And let me know, what is your all-time favorite Irish film? Comment below and let me know. And I want to personally thank both Ben Tuttle and Jennifer Rose for creating such a kick-ass thumbnail. Jennifer Rose did the art, drawing the whole seal with my face on it, and then Ben Tuttle put it all together in one glorious thumbnail. You guys are freaking awesome, and please go support them. I have links to their channels below, and go check out Jennifer's Deviantart. She has some good artwork up there as well. And as always, if you would like to be a part of the Black Critic crew and not miss out on a single awesome foreign film month review, please hit that subscribe button below, like this video if you really enjoyed it, and I'm Tony White II, the Black Irish Critic Guy. Till then, peace, YouTube. That was a total fail. I apologize for that.